So, today we're making Kroppkakor, or if you do a direct translation, body cakes. Basically gnocchi with bacon, onion and allspice stuffing. And this dish clocks in at 766 calories per portion, 25 grams of proteins, 77 grams of carbs and 38 grams of fat. This is another Swedish classic and it's fairly straightforward to make. It's very similar to gnocchi, but we're gonna start off by frying 280 grams of bacon and also boiling 1 kilograms of potatoes, or 1000 grams. And this is fairly straightforward to make. It's sort of similar to gnocchi. And for our filling we're also gonna need 1 chopped onion. We're gonna try to chop it fairly fine this time. And what we want to do is we want to fry our bacon and our onion, mix that with the allspice and then let it cool for a bit. So it's good to start this off quite early. Just chop your onion fairly fine. And once that's done, we're gonna add that to our bacon that's in our frying pan. And put your onion in and let that fry until our bacon's crispy and our onion is fairly fried. This is the allspice, and that's gonna give us the main flavor of this dish. Allspice in Swedish is called kryddpepper, which is basically spice pepper, but it's not that strong at all and it's a very special taste, so if you haven't tried it, I hope you do. And we're gonna need 10 grams of that. And all we need to do is just use a mortar and grind that up very fine, and then we're gonna add that to our bacon and onion stuffing. So just keep frying that as well. And similar to making gnocchi, if we are boiling our potatoes instead of roasting them in the oven, we don't want a rolling boil. We want to keep the temperature just below boiling so we don't damage the surface that much, meaning that the potatoes won't absorb as much water. After that we're gonna need 180 grams of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And all we need to do then is just give that a bit of a mix. And this is starting to be done. So we're gonna remove that from the heat and put it in a bowl and let it cool down. And if we use a cake tester and the potatoes just come off easily, that means that they're done. We're also gonna need 2 eggs. So just pour off water from the potatoes, let them sit for 2 minutes roughly and just steam off. And then we're gonna crush our potatoes and let them steam in a bowl for another 2 to 3 minutes, just so that we reduce the amount of water in the potatoes. And while we're waiting on that, we can bring a large pot of water to boil. This recipe is for 4 portions, so we're gonna make roughly 12 of our body cakes, and they're gonna be fairly big, so we're gonna need a big pot of water here. So just put that and bring it to boil, and that's gonna be done roughly when we're done making our body cakes. And this is real simple. All we need to do is add 2 eggs, then add our flour and start mixing all of that together. And I think it's easiest to start mixing this in a bowl and then just do some light kneading on the countertop. And as I said, this is very similar to making gnocchi, but you're just making them bigger. And that means that they're very likely to stick on your counter, so we're gonna need to flour our countertop fairly much. After that, all we need to do is just lightly knead this together, and then we're gonna roll it out until it's roughly 10 centimeters thick. And you don't need to do a lot of kneading, just basically form the dough and then roll it out. And once that's done, all we need to do is divide this into 12 pieces. Then we're gonna use our thumb to form a little dent inside and use 1 spoon of our filling, put that inside, and then just close them up. And as I said, this dough sticks very easily to the countertop, so make sure you put them on something floured, otherwise they will stick and break when you remove them. And it's really that simple. So as you see, they started to stick, so you can roll your dough, and that will likely reduce the risks of it sticking if you roll it every once in a while. And this is really easy to make. All you need to do is just keep on making those little holes in your potato flour things, and add your bacon, add your onion and your allspice, and then just close them up. And after that, we're gonna do as we do with gnocchi as well. We're just gonna put them in some salted boiling water and let them boil until they rise to the surface. And when they do, that means that they're done. And this is another one of the Swedish classics. Usually you have this with melted butter and lingonberry jam. Personally, I think just melted butter is enough. And I'm making this for the whole family, so you don't need to use that much butter. In the calorie calculations, 15 grams of butter is used. If you want more or less, just change the amount in the spreadsheet and the calories will be calculated for you. And once they float, that means that they're done. So we're gonna have some filling left. I like to place that on the side so you can add some more. And as I said, it's traditional to add some lingonberry jam to this and some melted butter. So all we need to do is just pour some butter on them and add some lingonberry jam if you have it. Since I guess most of you don't, I think they're delicious even without the lingonberries, and that's actually how I prefer them. But if you haven't tried it, I really hope you do. I think this is a delicious dish, and I hope you tried, and I hope you enjoy. So, thanks for watching.